Today our writing lesson has to do with supporting topic sentences using direct quotes, paraphrased information from the text, or combine paraphrased information with a direct quote. So to begin, I'm going to share my topic sentence. My first topic sentence is implementation of school uniforms has not been proven to improve the school environment. So I have a direct quote from the article written by Mirtha, and my direct quote is Clifton asserting parental rights, a group fighting a school uniform policy, managed to stop a second try in 2012. The group, headed by parents Ann and Kurt Schneckenberg, gained momentum in the anti-uniform movement 6 years ago. The group cites studies by a Virginia Tech sociologist, David Brunsma, whose research found that school uniforms fail to improve student behavior, self-esteem, or academics, as proponents assert. This is a direct quote, so I have the author's last name in parentheses at the end of the direct quote. Now, I like the information here, but this quote, it has far too much information. All I need to prove is that an expert has evidence proving that uniforms do not improve the school environment. And that information comes from David Brunsma, the Virginia Tech sociologist. So I'm actually going to combine paraphrased information with a direct quote and see how that works. David Brunsma, a Virginia Tech sociologist, completed research and proved that school uniforms fail to improve student behavior, self-esteem, or academics. There we go. That works for me. It simply focuses on my voice of authority, David Brunsma. It tells me where he's from, Virginia Tech, and that his research has proved that uniforms don't improve the school environment. So this direct quote I'm not going to use. I'm just going to paraphrase some of the information as well as directly quote a little bit of the end of that quote. So now I need another piece of information to prove implementation of school uniforms has not been proven to improve the school environment. My first quote comes from the Mirtha article. The state keeps no data on public school districts that have school uniform policies. I think that's important because the voice of authority, and in this day and age, experts look to data to make decisions. And if we don't have any data on school uniforms, that is key information. Also, I don't have any hard evidence, but I think it's helped with discipline and attendance, said Anthony Grieco, Elmwood Park's interim superintendent. Another good one. I don't have hard evidence, which ties in with no data, but I think it's helped with discipline and attendance. Well, experts want data. So I'm thinking that I can use these two pieces of information to paraphrase the text and kind of combine the two. So I came up with, in the state of New Jersey, the Department of Public Instruction does not collect data regarding public schools and the implementation of school uniforms. Therefore, when Anthony Greco, an interim school district superintendent in New Jersey, states, I don't have any hard evidence, but I think it's helped with discipline and attendance, I need to finish that, but when he states that, he doesn't have any hard evidence to prove that it's improved the school environment. So this one needs a little bit of work here. I need to correct and add a semicolon here, and I need to add on to the rest of this in a paraphrase to kind of tie up the information. But I've got the beginning of my evidence to prove that implementation of school uniforms has not been proven to improve the school environment. And this I'm not going to use. I'm going to combine those two direct quotes into a paraphrased piece of information tied to a direct quote. Last but not least, writers support topic sentences using direct quotes, paraphrased information from the text, and or combine paraphrased information with a direct quote. Same topic. Implementation of school uniforms has not been proven to improve the school environment. So I have information from an article written by the author Gillen. A different take on the issue from 2007 using national data found that average assaults had actually gone up by an average of 14 incidents in violent schools that required student attire. Well, that proves that the school environment has definitely gotten worse, not better. So I paraphrased the information. According to national data from 2007, schools that required uniforms found that average assaults or behavior problems increased to 14 more incidents in one school year. I'm going to go with this piece of information here. I'm going to go with this piece of information about, it's paraphrased because I feel like I can tie in the information about uniforms, and I can really stress that there's been an increase in problems. So I'm not going to use the direct quote, I'm just going to paraphrase. So what you're going to need to work on creating paraphrased information for your topic sentences or direct quotes, or combine your paraphrased information with the direct quote. What you're going to need is the T-graph that you either hand wrote or have electronically with your pro-con evidence. You need to locate that. You will need the electronic graphic organizer or a paper of the graphic organizer. That will be on the Google Classroom page. Also, if you prefer to handwrite, you can make a copy of the graphic organizer. And finally, you'll need the articles used for research open and available. So what you're going to do now with these pieces of information is you are going to work on collecting direct quotes, paraphrased information from the text, or combine paraphrased information with a direct quote to support your topic sentences. You can get started.